You went up to the tower of Borzakith, where you met with Doka, the high priest of Borzakith. Um, she is a very old woman, very seems to be a
Very
half elf.
old and bitter.
Yeah, and from what originally you thought possibly even senile or and barely together, if that makes sense. Pale skin, gothic features. She is missing her left eye with an eye patch with the emblem Borzakith, and she has her silver hair pulled tightly against the left side of her head. Her right hair is faded. She looks frail, uncomfortable, hunched over, and reached her hand out to you all in her room. And upon making contact with her, you're all transported into a different location, almost a dreamlike area. A room with a broken ceiling, brick work towering around you. In the center was a beautiful marble fountain with water streaming down its base form. Some water was leaking, going down the brickwork, and what seemed to be a brick pathway leading down a hillside, which led to a massive and beautiful bay view, where you could see off in the distance two islands, one closer, smaller, and one farther, much larger. And walking out behind you is a massive mountain range, which I don't know if any of you were able to recognize. I think only one was. I think it was Zeph. So, that being said, the entire brickwork is overgrown with a single plant. Its long vines are covered with leaves, green on the top, with either a purple or silver pattern on the bottom, and they fall like blankets across the walls and the brickwork and the hillside. And at this point, you have all walked down the brickwork. The large figure Borzakith with his two horns, black and white each, that seem to cast almost a, how should I put it, a mirrored image of himself everywhere he steps, as though something is like pulling him back. The mirrored image gets smaller and tighter until it becomes a string leading back to the portal that he came from. At this point, let's see. Yeah, at this point, the three of you are now with Doka, waiting for Zeph to return. Doka seems filled with renewed vigor, energy. While still looking the same, she looks as though she is bright-eyed, calculating, and she is watching you all very intently. And to put it lightly, her interactions were bitter when Borzakith came through. You had a feeling that it was not her that wanted to see you all, but Borzakith. That was, I believe, your original interaction. So, she is at her bench. It's old, but looks comfortable enough. And you're all standing around her. She doesn't seem to be one to make conversation, but I believe at this point, Nyx has just returned. Yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Everyone else have fun?
Honestly, it's it was kind of a lackluster experience.
You think so?
At least I thought so. You know, nothing like God asking you constantly, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I just kept saying nothing.
Mike! Hey!
I am in my vehicle on my way home.
Cool.
Perfect. We will see you soon. Feel free to just listen in, and when you get back, you and I will talk for a quick, 5 minutes to get you updated on stuff, okay?
Yeah, what? I'll be here.
Perfect. Alright.
How was the experience for you?
Time will tell for me. It, there's a long conversation that may or may not pay off. And we'll see.
In a good way?
I'm hoping so. I would I would only hope for a good way. I wouldn't imagine
guess,
was
yeah.
a kid.
You never know when it comes to dealing with gods.
How about you, Emma?
She doesn't respond because she is currently pacing. Like, she is completely, like, not really listening. She is, just, she's kind of has, like, her head down. And she's just pacing. Like, she's completely, like, disassociated.
I'm
Just
gonna
pacing.
snap fingers in front of Amathera.
It's not
Emma?
working.
Okay. Alright. Detect thoughts.
Do I have to roll?
If you're going to... Well, first of all, what's your
Well-
surface thoughts? Because I get those just in general.
Her surface thoughts are... Who's alive? And she's just listing family members off. Like, you just hear a bunch of names. And the names that you hear are...
No, you don't have to tell me that if that's not a surface thought.
Well, she's just saying who could be alive. That's all
Hmm.
she's thinking about.
I'll stop prying and I'll message Nyx. So in your head, Nyx, you'll hear... Emma's going through some stuff right now. You might need to let her relax.
Guess our conversation was a bit different than ours then.
Mine was... And I'm speaking out loud, at least for this one. Mine was very... Nothing... Nothing gained, nothing lost. It's more just like a conversation with a random person. I don't know. I don't know what he wanted from us. I don't know what he wanted from you guys. I won't pry unless you're willing to tell.
We conversed for a while. We're going to keep in touch with him. He seems inclined in fulfilling people's dreams.
But what's the
And
catch?
Currently none. And if he imposes another, then we'll see. That's why I'm saying I hope things play out for the best. But considering our current goals, I figured why not have him within earshot.
Sure. What's one god to another god, right?
Well, so far this one hasn't required any deals to be made.
That is true. God, you know how much I'm so tired of that. This was actually a breath of fresh air.
And for that reason of him not offering a deal in his services, I may have pledged allegiance to him.
Really? That's a little different than... Did you do it at least?
What was that?
Did you do it at least in your own mind? He did not coerce you to do it?
Correct. There was no strings attached, and considering the rest of the gods we've dealt with have all required a bargain, this was the first one that did not. Considering all he ever offered was to help us with our dreams, be it some unorthodox manner of assisting us, I figured I would take a chance with this one. And I made a deal of my own.
Well, as long as you made the decision and he did not coerce you into it, then we
He did
don't
not.
need to add another god to the list.
He went as far as to testing the Godslaying dagger on himself to prove that it did indeed hurt them.
Very interesting.
She's like to take the dagger out, look at it, and then just put it back away. So, I've seen a god bleed.
You see, Doka, upon the mention of a god-slaying dagger, has leaned in slightly. So what is that there?
Honestly, none of your business.
Maybe
She's gonna look at Doka and be like, something to keep far away from Borzakith currently. So I don't think you want anything to do with it.
I'll be the one that decides that.
Hell, if you want it after we're done with it, you can have it.
I mean, that's fair. I don't... Honestly, unless Borzakith tells me to keep it, then I see no other reason once we're done. Would you like it? She looks at Doka.
Are you willing to make an agreement?
No, I've already made one of those. But if you say that you want it when we're done with it, if Borzakith decides that you deserve it, then I'll bring it to you myself.
I'll be perfectly honest. I'm a little bit cautious of your group. And I don't like being cautious about things. Things that make me cautious, I try to remove from the playing field.
Why would you be cautious of us?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'd look at Nyx and be like, everyone's so cautious around us.
You-
And I don't understand.
You were unconscious for the most part when we came in here.
I am more aware of the surroundings of this city than you could even imagine. And it's more along the fact that you have influence. Simple as that.
What
I want to ask you
influence?
something.
Everyone we've talked to has passed us off as a joke.
You
Well, you say
have
that, but we did
Borzakith
have...
ask you directly. Ask me directly to bring him to you. That doesn't happen.
That's
Well-
your god's problem, not ours.
Unfortunately, his business becomes mine more often than I'd like.
Mm.
So, simple. It's a very simple request. What are your plans in my city? I want to know.
We were here to find information about a certain item. We may have gotten that item information, and now we're leaving.
Nick's
Very
just gonna nod like that. I think that sums it up.
She smiles at that. Honestly, that's great to hear. Good. Perfect. Then we have very little to talk about. You stay out of my business, and I'll stay out of yours.
I've always stayed out of... Oh my god, these people.
Nick's just gonna kind of hold her hands up and like, hey,
Oh. Misery, you do not understand. You've already meddled in my affairs. You don't know.
How?
She looks at you. And she just shrugs. It doesn't matter anymore. You're leaving. That's all I care about. If you
Nick's just
return,
gonna nod and be
you-
like,
if you return with that dagger, I will give you. What are you interested in? Money? Power?
know-
Land?
Nyx, I don't even think she deserves it anymore.
Nick's just gonna shrug. Honestly, I kind of leave that up to Borzakith. Like, it's his decision in the first place. If he wants her to have it, then
She
I mean,
looks
so
very
be it.
angry at that. Do not let him decide things for you. It's not up to him. It's up to you.
yeah. But I made the decision to let him decide.
That is free will.
Well, good. Then there's nothing more to talk about. Once you are all done here, I expect you to leave. If you need anything to help you on your way, any supplies or anything to get out of my city faster, then we'll be fine.
If you could restock our ship, we'll get the fuck out of here.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think
know
we
exactly
need to
where it is.
check on Ama. She's
She went outside already. She's gone in the minute of you guys doing this.
we should go check on her.
Mm-hmm.
You have
It
not
was-
been released yet, so you're just outside of the
Yeah,
dream-like vision of the building.
yeah. She's just pacing, like wanting to leave. Kind of just sitting
So-
there.
With that, since you want us gone, let us be on our way. It was nice meeting you.
Can't say the same.
I can tell I might. I hope I. Now, what would she say here? She just gives you a quick nod, and that's it.
So, you're gonna let us out?
We'll let you out. No, she's going to say, I'm not the one that's technically keeping you here. You're being kept here as
Borzakith,
long
can
as
you let us
Borzakith-
out?
Borzakith is down the wall a bit.
I'm gonna send a message to Borzakith.
Freedom,
That's
please.
amazing.
Can you let us out? Your servant is insufferable.
At that point, you also see that someone else pops in. It is the individual who was. You hear a thing from Borzakith. Oh,
Marley.
we should leave. Oh, so did Lene. Let them out, Doka. That's fine. And at that point, once again, you see one of her servants pop in. She looks at her. Madame Doka. You remember her name was Andre. She walks in.
Marley.
I have an update on some things. Would you like to hear them now? She looks around. I do see that you have company, but it is somewhat urgent. She looks over at you all. Oh, they were just leaving. She kicks you all out.
Thank
And you just appear in the same room.
Borzakith.
You're all right next to her. And Andre is currently also made kind of like contact. You all have been like slowly, how should I put it? It's not exactly like positioning wise. Where you were in the dreamlike realm is completely different to where you are in the actual world. Like you've been like wandering around in like a confused like state. Where Amethera, you thought she would been like close, like far off to the distance. She's actually right next to Nyx, and Misery, you're off in the corner.
Chill.
And you see that the Andre is currently stumbling around the room, also in a trance-like state.
Good. I'm gonna go over back to Emethera and snap my fingers in front of her face again. Emethera, wake up.
Huh? What?
Are you good?
No.
Do we need to talk about it?
I don't know.
Do you
I need to go.
Something to calm your mind.
I need to get back to the ship. I need to go.
Nancy, go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw. I'm casting calm emotions on you.
That is a 12.
That is a failure. So at the moment, you are currently calm.
No, not freaking out.
All right, are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty.
Okay, this is only going to last for a minute. We can talk about it when we can. Just use this time to relax. Do not worry if there's something that we need to take care of. We will talk about it and we will go. All right?
Yeah. Sure.
Where's Zeph?
You see that Zeph is currently walking
Is he like catatonic
around.
near us?
Yeah, he's catatonic. You can hear that he's kind of chatting just a little bit. He's like whispering, but no words are coming from his mouth. He's just kind of walking around. That being said, let's see.
Hungry?
Mike, how long until you get back?
Just
Fair.
rolled in, baby.
Yeah,
Hey.
cool. All right, we're gonna have a chat with Borzakith then. When you get back in, let me know, and then we'll get started. Meanwhile, Nyx, now that you're back, you feel as though you feel very different now. For a number of things. Actually, all of you feel a little different, as though something has been removed from you all. As though
Something
there
was
was a
removed?
passive effect that this tower had. There is, we'll put it this way, there was a very subtle magical spell that was cast upon this place.
Can
That
I
you are
roll an
not-
Arcana check?
You certainly can.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah, so this area, this tower, you feel as though you hear better, you have a better basic, you're better at taking things in. Like you're staring at stuff,
Giggity.
and originally when you walked in this room, it
Yeah.
looked like it was very well crafted, beautifully made, and other stuff, but there's this bit of like glamour that's been removed. You can actually start to see that there's actually a decent amount of dust in the room. The room itself, by the way, is literally just a one door leading to two other doors in a square-like room. There's like a little table with some flowers on it, a small mirror, and there's Doka kind of in the center that's just kind of at a seat with a coffee table next to her. There's nothing really special about this room, but originally when you walked in you didn't notice, but this room looks like went from going from like kind of being bright by being very gaudy in some ways to just, it's kind of just plain. There is
So
a
we had like a glamour place on us.
yeah, it was a very subtle one. Like it's not like, oh my god, this place is actually disgusting. It's just like, oh, there's actually like, this place isn't as well kept as you originally thought. And not only that, Kura, I need you to roll a perception check now, or Arcana check. Whatever check you use to recognize or find souls.
Un momento, por favor. Perception. A 16.
16. Okay, that would be enough. It would be hard to actually miss this without the magical spell that was over you. Even Misery, you feel it. There is an insane amount of magical power coming from the tower, like towards the bottom floor. You don't know how far down, but you get the sense that there is, for you, Kuro, you feel like this pressure of souls. That is one of the most condensed pieces of energy, pieces of just pure souls and like contracts and other things that have been tied and leashed together.
Does it feel familiar?
It feels more familiar than anything. Like, I'll put it this way, you'd get this feeling like going through like maybe a battlefield or something, but this is like 30 or 40 fold. It actually kind of like smacks you a little bit. You kind of have to take a step back. Misery, you get the sense that there is some, it's hard for you to miss. now that this kind of illusion and senses reduction spell has been removed from you all. You
Nix is
also
gonna look
kind of-
dead at Misery.
Yeah, I feel it too. I don't think that's one we want to touch, though.
You hear this kind of just like very soft and subtle thing coming from Doka, who's now frail again. Your business and my business. Good to know you all, though. Ta-ta. Safe travels, dearies. She looks like an
Like-
old one.
Nix is gonna turn away from Doka so she can't see her, and she's just gonna grin and kind of like start walking towards
I'm
the
gonna
ship.
go right in front of Doka, stare at her decrepit body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just walk away.
Yeah. You take in that she has like maybe 20 or so piercings across her skin. Many have been removed, and you leave. And she just smiles at you actually. Like, and you see like her old teeth just kind of peeking out, and she's just
Gnarled and
yeah, she's just old. And away you go.
you want more, baby? You're good.
All right, Mike, you ready?
Nancy, calm emotions would have passed by now, too.
She's probably back to freaking out.
Well,
Well,
That was a nice
didn't
reprieve.
work.
yep.
I imagine Henry is still there, like watching her.
God fucking damn it!
Yeah, I forgot Henry existed.
Who pulled
The
fucking
boogeyman,
rat?
Henry. Yes, ma'am. Are you okay? You all
Jesus.
looked fairly, what should I put it? You all looked like you had gone insane and crazy. I won't lie. I was worried.
He wants to look at Henry because of what she heard him ask Borsakith. What happens? Like, is there any like facial, like, does his face change like when she looks at him? Like, she wants to look at him like right in the eye, like when she asks him how she's doing.
I apologize. You look a little distraught right now. Are you okay?
She's gonna like, kind of like pierce her eyes at him and just keep walking.
I believe, if I'm correct, remind me, please. Did Henry
Mhm.
also join you, and did he talk to Borskith?
Yes, he did.
He
Yes,
did. Okay, that
he
changes
did.
things. That
And that's why
does-
she gives him a look of like, she kind of just like looks him up and down and just keeps walking.
Okay, if that's the case, that will change how this interaction goes. I apologize.
Yes.
You walk up and you ask him that, and he looks over. Would you like to know what I spoke about with Borskith?
Sure.
I have no desire. Yo, welcome back.
Hello.
We'll get to that after Zeph. How about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Honestly, we can just sum it up right now. He just looks at you and just says, the only thing I wish is for my family to be safe. And he told me a way to do it.
Yeah. What's up?
I prefer to talk to you about that in private, if I'm allowed. If not, I can tell you here.
Sure. Either way.
Thank you. Alright. So, Zeph,
Yes.
you're currently on a brick staircase, looking out across a beautiful bay. Silvery vines of leaves pull carpet the ground at the structure behind you where the rest of the party is, and behind you is the beholden mountain peaks that you have flown over before and are very familiar with.
We should leave the chat.
Yeah, if you guys want to jump out real quick.
We can go to Whisper real quick.
No,
change.
the reason I want you guys to stay here is because Cinder's here.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Sounds good.
Oh, yeah, that's entirely valid.
We'll move.
Got you.
So, with that, Zeph, that's Kuro's take. Tell me, would you willingly like to, what is your desire? Borzakith has the ability to innately know what your desire is. However, keep that in mind, you can fight back against it. Do you want to make a roll or not?
Do I know that's being
No.
tugged at me?
You do not know. This is more of an assumption that you could make because you were smart enough to do that. But I'm telling you, it will be like a DC 30.
Okay. Well, without even knowing the DC being 30, I wouldn't.
Gonna let him know.
I would even add a little bit of flavor text.
Okay. What? You see, Borzakith. Gotta stand for the voice. There we go. Zeph, thank you for coming out and meeting with me tonight. I'm looking forward to talking to you. More on a deal of business, but also, of course, my own business and responsibilities as an archdevil. First off, what is it that you want? You feel compelled to tell him.
The interesting thing is, Zeph normally being the person who talks at 110 miles an hour takes a really long time to ponder. Stares blankly, bats his eyes a little bit, puts his thumbs together and kind of goes, "Well, since you're asking so nicely," and we'll immediately start rambling off all of the precious arcane jewels and gems that he's always wanted as a kid.
Okay.
And does the ADHD ramblings of this little kobold going, yeah, so, there was this one time I saw a twice enriched double glyph.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Roll with advantage. That's amazing.
Alrighty. Base 16. What am I doing here? Persuasion? Or
so in this
you tell me.
case,
Just raw number?
this will no. You can use either persuasion or intimidation.
Okay. Let's see here. What's gonna be the higher one of the two?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more persuasion because it's not like he's doing it aggressively. He's just doing it.
No, he might be intimidated by you saying that's why I brought it up.
Okay.
It could be intimidation. He's just like, okay, too much.
Oh, well, persuasion's +6, so 16 + 6, 22.
22. He listens. He actually just listens to you. Ah, that is a beautiful gem. I have seen it before in my lifetime. Yes, And he's also talking with you. He's adding to the conversation a little bit.
So yeah, I actually wanted to go ahead and maybe do something with boots. I can already at the base level and just kind of continue on.
Amazing. And this keeps going for 10, 20 minutes. He listens to you.
Well, that's amazing. That is a gift on of itself for Zeph. Just someone listening.
Yeah, and legitimately, Borzakith is like I said, he's actually talking with you. He's adding in. And eventually, though, he does look at you like, Zeph, I'm so sorry, but may I interrupt you? I would love to chat more. Please, we can talk actually about your interests and the things that you desire like this. I love hearing about it. I really, really do. But of all things,
yeah, of course.
I want you to think right now, deep down. Those are all things that are within your grasp. Given time and effort, you would find and create all of those things. But what is something bigger? I want something grander from you, and I already know what it is. But I need you to say it. What is that thing that you want more than anything right now? One of the things that seems almost insurmountable to you. What do you truly desire? What is your ambition?
And plain as day, well, I would never wish ill will upon anyone. But for the entire gnome society to collapse and for all of my people to be freed and all under our own domain to be able to do as we wish and build and even take the world even further from where it is from those little greedy bastards.
He takes and the guy, this devil is huge. He is 3 or 4 times your size, easily, if not like 5 times your size. And he leans down. The 2 giant horns that poke out directly out of his head and then straight down to the ground. You see his body is like a mirror image going into a single stream leading back into the building. And he reaches down and he softly puts your hand down. That is what you desire. And that is something I want you to achieve. Think the red chain is, may I put it, disgusting. I personally think that slavery is one of the most heinous crimes anyone can do. Why it prevents individuals from being free, from desiring things, because all they wish is for freedom when there's so much more. Tell me, I have something that you might want to hear. If you agree to go after this, you may put a incredible punishing blow into the Red Chain's links, one that they may never recover from. Right now, there's a silver wind being defended by a couple of Red Chain ships. Not many. They're trying to keep it, I should put it, undercover. Inside is an invention created by a gnomish scientist, one that worked with the kobold that originally designed the Mytho gas that you use in your airships. Mytho himself made this. Now, he made something that will tip the balance of this realm. Something that if you do not require it, if you do not reclaim it and keep it safe, there will be deaths upon your people and the people of this realm in the tens, if not hundreds of thousands. And the Red Chain will become one of the most powerful and terrifying superpowers this realm will have ever seen. All you have to do, it's very simple, is he leans back up. You just have to steal a single box. And that's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's all you have to do. And if you succeed, everything I just told you, don't even worry about it. You honestly will have done such a blow to the Red Chain that, I'll put it this way. You should be sleeping with a smile for the rest of your life. But if you fail, you will never, heed my warning, be able to defeat the Red Chain. So, are you interested in the details?
Well, it sounds like a not in a lifetime opportunity.
It is. That it is. So, my friend. Currently, this ship is heading southbound. At some point, in about 1 week's time, it will be above one of the northern Beholden Peaks. And he pulls out a map. And he points to this exact place. You need to be here in 1 week. 1 week's time, there will be a terrible storm rolling in. You'll need to follow them with this storm, and you'll be going into the bay of the Beholden Mountains a bit. There, that should give you enough coverage to get close enough to the ship to either destroy it, but if you do, they'll certainly tear apart the earth looking for this device. Or you can board it and find it and take it for yourself. You have 1 week. Whole, let's see. Let me check. A whole, let me check my calendar. Actually, I want to make sure I give you the right timing of this event. For,
just fate of the world shit. No pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. This guy's wants some fucking rocks. He's telling me told.
It's just a fucking minor thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Thorsikith has been shockingly reasonable for an archdevil, like compared to the last few like interactions we've had with them up to this point.
It's good, chill, man.
He's chill. He's just a guy.
Okay, yeah, we're right about there. Okay, so it will be on the 34th and of this month, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days from now. He looks at you, Zeph. Please keep this in mind. Be quick, be safe. The goal is to only steal, not destroy. If you can steal that object, you will have done a blow to the Red Chain that they will take years to recover from. Good luck. Oh.
Yeah, so do you have like dimensions, weight, size, density? Is this thing impermeable to portal devices? Any and he'll list off like 35 different variables.
The box is, how should I put it, the device itself can fit in the size of a briefcase. It's a magical device. It's fairly heavy. He gives you like very specific things. He doesn't tell you what it does, but he also tells you this. Now, the main thing you need to keep in mind is where to find it. And it will be held by the only individual who could hold it. And it's been kept close to him, I would know. I've heard. The old Nifo, that old gnome, is holding the box. It's up to you what to do, but keep in mind that is one of the top scientists of the Red Chain. Anyways, I believe that's all the time we have, Zeph.
Thank you.
Of course. I wish you luck. And if you ever require any assistance or you need some help, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to make a trade to give you a little bit more oomph. In case things get a little dangerous for you on this quest. But like I said, the storm will be rolling in on the 34th, causing a great fog throughout the bay, and it should give you the chance in the moment you need. It'll be quite obvious. Of course, you should not be approaching from the front. Hide in the mountains. So as long as you can get to the northern side of the Beholden Peaks on the 33rd, you should be fine. Good
Okay.
luck.
Awesome. Yeah. This was nice. We should do this again. I really appreciate you listening.
Oh, reach out anytime you like. I'd be more than
Yeah.
happy to hear more from you.
Have people told you you're a great listener? Because I think that's like ideal in a partner, and then he'll continue talking again until he's
listens to
bounced
you.
away.
He listens to you for another like 3 minutes, but then he says, "I apologize, F, but I believe your party is about to leave."
Oh yeah, no, you got to tell me no, otherwise I will keep going.
When you're free tonight, before you go to sleep, feel free. Give me a prayer. I would be more than happy to listen.
Oh, you might rescind on that offer, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Safe travels.
And I'll wipe the drool off my face as I come out of the catatonic state.
All right, let's get everyone back here.
So how's it going?
Pretty good. I bought a bunch of magic cards, and I have a new record for the most expensive card I've ever owned.
Oh yeah?
I got the Y'shtola Alt Art foil, which even the regular, and it's the regular foil, not the Surge foil. The regular foil is going for about $130 right now, and then I also pulled the Sephiroth card, which the full art for that one is going for about $100. So, I went kind of ham with this set, and I've got some cool decks I'm looking to build here. How about yourself?
Nice. Yeah, work's been fun.
Hell yeah.
In terms of recreation, I'm looking at a 55-inch LG OLED TV that is designed to fight with me because I have another unnecessarily large monitor. And the bandwidth output of both of them at full capacity is not feasible, apparently. And no one decided to tell me that.
Oof.
So I'm fighting with it. But I think it's a good problem to have.
Having two really solid monitors and having to figure out like how to make them play nice, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like you
Like,
could
oh
be doing
no.
worse. Oh no, my two 4K monitors are actually got whatever will I do?
I have to turn HDR off on my second monitor. Ugh. So lame, Mom. So yeah, it's definitely a whole thing.
First world problems if ever I fucking heard them. Oh, and then also, 3 of my 4 commander precons for Final Fantasy all showed up, so I have
Oh, nice.
Cloud, Terra, and Y'shtola all here. I'm just waiting on Tidus, because apparently that's the one that went on back order on Target's website. But that should be here by the end of the year, or by the end of the month.
I'm looking at my Eldrazi deck that I bought for Horizons 3 because I bought the case of the 4 commanders of the precons.
Uh-huh.
And my friend's like, yeah, you should really sleeve that up so we can play. I'm like, why am I going to sleeve up so we can play digitally when...
Okay.
Welcome.
I can't
Hey, well-
track Brian because I'm not a mod.
I can... oh yeah, I'm not a mod anymore. I can't move him.
Yeah.
Somebody move me.
Alright.
There you go. Don't get hacked.
So do we see stuff still catatonic?
So yeah, with that, so Zeph, you stop being catatonic and you look over and you can see Amathera is walking away from Henry. As you both are, as everyone's kind of like getting ready to leave the room.
Zeph, we were
Huh.
just about to leave.
He'll wipe the drool off his face. Yeah, sounds good. Did y'all have a chat with him too? Because he's a really nice guy.
I'm pretty sure most of us did.
Awesome.
He's a really
awesome.
nice guy.
I didn't want to hold him all for myself because that would have just been rude. But I kind of wanted to. So I'm
I'm
glad
pretty
y'all
sure
got your
he
own time.
talked to all of us at the same time, so we're all good.
So wait, you're telling me he talked to us all and gave us his full attention, even though he was that guy? Really takes it up a notch.
Well, I mean, he's going to bear witness to whatever we do from here on out, so you can talk to him whenever you want.
Yeah, she decided to serve him. Can you believe that?
You know, with how nice he was being, I don't see why not. And honestly, I did say, hey, you might want to rescind that offer of being able to talk whenever, but I appreciate that the door is open. I'm going to take the hinges and make sure he can't close it.
Nyx is gonna like lean down close to Zeph, so she can whisper to him like, "Would you recommend stealing from your own god?"
He's the one who told me to steal, otherwise the world would burn.
Oh, he told you to steal.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Like, not from him, but just to steal. Yeah.
But he didn't say not from him.
Not explicitly, no. I can see where that can be drawn.
She's gonna stand up and look at Miz and just have like the biggest grin on her face.
Can we do it tomorrow at least? I'm kind of tapped.
Well, it doesn't have to be now. We know where it's at, and I doubt it's going.
Can we come back?
We can come
and
back.
do it?
We know it's here. That's what
okay.
matters.
I'd rather have a few extra cards at play before we attempt something like that.
Nyx is gonna nod you.
Okay.
Understand.
Sure.
Understand.
Let's figure out what's wrong with Amathera. And I'll grab Amathera by the hand. Dear, are
Nyx is
you
gonna-
alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get back somewhere safe,
Okay.
I guess.
Let's get back to the inn. And let's have a nice conversation.
Did you all want to head up? Going through Borsica's town is fairly easy. They have like a rope pulley elevator system. Now, did you want to be heading back to Yeda, or do you want to be going back up to the very top of the highlight tower?
I want you to move your mic closer to your face.
I need to get a new mic. This thing's been failing on me, unfortunately. Cool. Can you hear me better now?
Way
Yes,
better.
much better.
Okay, good. So, do you want to be leaving and heading to the ET bar to finish your quest with Yeda and report in with them? Or did you want to be heading back to the highlight tower and where you have the room at the Pound of Flesh Inn?
Well, I mean, we're here, so we might as well go to ET bar. It's not that far.
Sounds good. You easily take the pulley elevator system down all the way to this main floor. Oh, I will say, before you all leave, you will see the servant, Andre, come out and leave the room. She looks at all of you. Madame Doga has told me that we should make sure your ship is fully supplied, so that way you can be leaving tomorrow, I believe, correct?
Sure.
Perfect. We'll make sure everything is delivered. Plenty of food for a whole month of travel.
Barrett, stop.
I'll give a nice little curtsy bow. And be like, please give our regards to Madame Doka, then.
Of course, it's been a while. She seemed quite interested in you all.
Did
She is.
Mhm.
Is that what interested looks like?
Hmm.
Oh, Madame Doka is very how should I put it, complex individual, to say it lightly. She's long-lived and very ambitious, to say the least of it. It's not often people catch her eye, and, well, to put it lightly, I'm glad that you all will be having a safe travel home. Goodbye. She proceeds to leave hurriedly.
Well, for someone who wanted us out so quickly, I'm surprised that she found us interesting.
Oh, I doubt those are the words that she used. She was such a peach when we talked.
But he looked like a human.
It's a meta. It's a. We'll talk about it later.
All right, you take the elevator down. I think you notice too, as you're traveling, Andre, her robes and stuff seem a little bit more worn than you originally thought. When you make it into the Borzlikis Tower proper, honestly, the best way I could describe this is the day after a lot of drinking, when you have the hangover, but it's like 1 o'clock, so you're kind of out of it, and you just kind of notice things, you know, you're like, crap, that's a lot of coughing, that person's sick. There's a lot more, I see more trash on the ground than I originally saw. There's just a whole bunch of clarity that all of you begin to notice, that this place, it is walking through Vegas at 5 a.m. and just seeing the mess of the city for what it is, you know? So there's something that has been removed. That glamour has been removed from all of your eyes. And you're now seeing the city kind of for what it truly is. And it's a little lackluster, put it lightly.
It's a shit show.
It's
Yeah.
a shit show.
Now that we're on the main floor, can I still feel the cryptstone or the mass of souls?
It's closer, and it's
Can I
lower.
tell from where? Yeah, I was about to say. Can I tell about how far down?
Fairly lower. Not terribly, but like it's definitely underground, not like 1 or 2 floors. Like could be like maybe 5 or 10 or something.
Okay.
It seems fairly deep, and it's very, very concentrated. It is also very strong, to put it lightly.
Nyx is just like staring at the floor as we get down there.
I'll tap Nyx on the shoulder. I'll come back.
Right. Sorry. There's just a lot. There's a lot.
Let's get the other piece first.
Let's fix Emma first. We'll need her if we're going.
We should definitely fix Emma first, and I'll grab her hand and like walk her.
She follows. Kind of going back to being quiet again.
Alright, and I guess we'll head back to the ET bar
You too.
so we can
Oh,
phone
no.
home.
Why is it so hard to find the thing I want to find?
Because you're looking for it.
Exactly. Got it. Cool. Alright. So you make your way across the town, the gambling, the small stands, and all of that, and eventually find yourself in front of the ET bar. You open it up, make your way in, and you see Juan. Serving nobody. He looks at you all. Oh. Welcome back. Made hopefully you have good news on the other job with the blood bank. Or do you need help with something?
Did we
Marley!
report the other one?
You already completed. Yeah, you did. So this is
Okay.
the second one.
I'm gonna pull out the journal that I stole from the blood bank
Okay.
and
So
toss
you
it.
said he's sitting by himself.
It's just him.
So you'd
Not
say
in the
this
bar.
is a table for Juan?
Please kick him.
5-minute timeout. God damn it. Okay. So, that being said,
As you were.
Yeah, because like the notebook I found was pretty damning, wasn't it?
you found a damning notebook about
It was in what's her name's area.
it was
that
Dodie
dwarf.
Hacksaw. And you got proof that she was part of the Marrows. Which you don't really know who they are. You heard a little bit that they're like some kind of cult or something.
Not our problem.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But Juan proceeds
was
to
so
look
quick.
over it, yeah. All right, so you have a notebook. Can I see
You
it?
don't want to jump on every side
Yeah,
quest
I-
available?
Toss it
Yeah.
over. That's pretty damning information if I've ever seen any.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, that is. One second.
Everyone else seemed.
He walks out. He doesn't even let you finish.
Oh,
He proceeds
God.
to walk to the back.
Mhm.
You feel like this very low kind of like. You hear some glasses shake a little bit, and that's it. And
Should we
then-
follow him?
No.
A minute or two passes, and one comes back, and he has like a little bird. He walks outside past you guys, and he walks back. Thank you for that. Seriously, thank you. That the Marrows are not a group to be fucked with.
That's good. I don't want a thank you. I want our information.
I don't want to fuck with the Marrows.
We're not done yet, though.
No,
there is-
no. That is not the deal. Juan.
The deal is we were looking for who murdered Ire.
And we found out who.
It was her. 100%. You're certain.
Yes.
Even though Ire looks at you and says, unfortunately, I need you to tell me what you know about everyone else. Was there anyone else that was suspicious?
Honestly, no. The receptionist was just doing her job. The surgeon was probably one of the most lovely people I've met in the town. Didn't seem anything out of the ordinary. I checked records. The only thing damnable was the information we found about her.
He looks. Let's see. No.
If you could find her
mentions
head,
of-
I can talk to the head if you wish.
He says, unfortunately, there's no head.
Then there's not much else I can
You can
do.
roll an insight check when he says that.
Okay. Ooh, that's really good. Insight? 22?
22. There's no head. It was very direct. Something a bit about them saying that, you have a feeling that he's lying about that. About the state of this individual or corpse. He looks over and says, listen, I do apologize. I just need a little bit more information. Was there any mention of necromancers? Anything along those lines? You do remember, by the way, Nick was worried about necromancers. And he also was
You're
worried
okay.
about the Vanguard as well. He mentioned he thought both of those things, and he picked up on both of those. Do you want to reveal that information?
Which one's Nick?
Nick was the vampire with the mask. The blood guy, the surgeon that you liked, then you just talked up. Do you want to reveal that info?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you tell him?
I tell
looks over
him, well, all I really know is Nick, the vampire,
Yes, he's a good worker.
was worried about the Vanguard
The Vanguard.
and a possible group of necromancers.
Interesting.
That was more in passing. It wasn't damnable information, if anything.
You see he smiles at the mention of that. That is all we are looking for. Thank you. Juan,
Roll my eyes.
Juan proceeds to stand up. Well, you certainly have satisfied our agreement. Give me a moment. Proceeds to walk into the back room. He comes out. All right. So, he puts what is a sack of gold onto the table. Originally, we were going to be exchanging you information, primarily. This is a thank you for discovering the marrow that was working at the blood bank. There's 1,000 silver pieces in here. Second, information. He's going to take us to
1,000 silver?
There's 1,000 silver in there. So whoever.
Can I convert it?
To gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember everything's silver. It has been silver in this game.
Oh, I know. But I'm sitting on 406 silver. Adding another
Right.
1,000 is gonna add some weight.
Looks at you. Do you? Sure. Give me a minute. And he goes back and he pulls out. All right, 400 gold. I mean, sorry, 1,000. Sorry,
I mean, I'll take
100
400 gold.
100 gold for you. Puts it down on the table. The next thing is this. Thanks for giving us information. Oh God, I forgot to fucking mention it. By the way, this is something else. This is a side thing. Actually, no, it's okay. I can fit this in. He then hands you what seems to be a box. I saw that one of your individuals uses a crossbow. This is another thank you gift from Yeda for completing both of these objectives. Girl?
I will open it and cast Identify.
As you cast Identify, they explain, these are going to be 5 plus 2 arrows. Magically enhanced. Bolts, I mean. Bolts, arrows, bolts. I kind of like BG3, that's it. But, yeah. These are for your group. Hopefully they'll come in handy. Now, last but not least is going to be information. And you look down and there is one more box. You're looking... Kind of looks back and forth. Come with me to the side room here. He walks out, closes the shop, you can hear a sound. He goes into the back room. This room is packed, filled with what looks to be storage containers, barrels, and other items. Looking around, they seem to be filled with what looks to be pole arms, like spears, and like basic equipment and stuff. The room is completely filled with these armaments. It's a little cramped as Yell brings you in, and on top of that, there's a very large cabinet as well. That Zeph, that's the one that you went into last time. But Juan has not opened it up to y'all yet. He looks at you all. Alright. He puts one thing on the table, and he then opens up a map. You're looking for information on the location of cryptstones, correct?
Yes.
So, first off, I can guarantee you that there are going to be no cryptstones off to the rest of the rotting docks of Westeed. Those are more traditional necromancers, some fish folk and such. It's not a good idea to go to there. You will find nothing over there. What you really want to be doing is going to the Beholden Peaks. I've heard word that there is a necromancer in the Beholden Peaks. One that may be using cryptstones. Will be towards the northern side. before you to Strato. And he'll mark it exactly on your map. They are quite powerful, so you'd be in for a fight unless you can find a trade for them, also, from what I have heard. Yeah. The name is Geller.
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 Old Geller.
Old
Geller.
Geller.
Geller the Green Skull. They say that he wears a mask that he's dyed green. It's pretty on the nose, to be perfectly honest. You can't miss him if you did find him. The other option you have, too, would be going to the Mason Mountains and going into the eastern peaks of Harden, of the Dwarven people. That area is infamous for having undead and a lot of cryptstones. The last bit would be going through the Riverlands. There's a few locations throughout the Riverlands that still have pockets of undead that over the many years people have been trying to kill and remove, but they're still around, so they're suspecting that there could still be quite a few areas in the Riverlands that you could stop by and maybe find something. Just ask around. They're quite literally everywhere. If you really want to have a location, there's a small clerical town right about here. And sorry, I gotta double check the name of it. I definitely had only 1 minute to get all my notes in order for this game. Da-da-da.
It's your fault for having notes.
Yes. Can't just make up a name on the spot. It's terrible.
Why not?
Why not? Why not, she says. So I would go insane. There's the Ocean Village of Accord. They still have trouble. Obviously, there's a good chance that they also... They're in close proximity to the other skull. But they might also be able to use support and point you in the direction of one of these undead necromancer remains. So, those are the locations that I would recommend and have researched that are almost going to be guaranteed to have a cryptstone hiding somewhere. The other part is this. Yeda appreciates your help significantly and opens up the last box and hands it to you, Miss.
What is it?
You feel your Constitution modifier go down by 1. Saving throw go down by 1. As you are now holding as you opened up, a cryptstone. We never
Okay, so
had
it
that.
does affect me.
Guess we get that answer.
Yeah. But not nearly as it used to.
Generally, every time you have a cryptstone, it reduces your Constitution save by 1. Not as much though, because you are an undead being. Actually, you are undead. Like
That was
really
literally a
should-
question.
Yeah.
it really shouldn't affect you. No, it doesn't affect you. You're fine. You're good. You're good. But yeah, no, you're good. But yeah,
Cool.
you are now holding a decent sized cryptstone.
I'll look at Nyx and be like, well, that answers the question.
And Nyx, you hear in your head this voice of Elizabeth.
Mm.
That's the perfect size too.
Nyx is gonna
Just-
nod. That's one problem solved.
That is one problem solved. And I'll put it in my bag for now. When we're safe. Nyx, when we're safe.
That's fair.
And Last but not least, Zeph.
Yes.
Per agreement, we have delivered the supplies we talked about earlier in this week to your ship, along with something extra from Yeda.
Okay. The usual spot.
Usual spot. Actually, now that I think about it, no. Yeda has one more thing for you if you'd like to stay here.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. And apologize for all the stuff. And at that, you hear the door open. Juan kind of look very nervous as you hear the ringing of the bell. Things go silent 1 second as you see him kind of like grab a dagger on his side. Who's there? And you just hear this tough voice. Oh, sorry. Door wasn't locked. We're just moving in some more of those supplies that we picked up from the mountain. Oh, good. Bring them in here, please. You see them rolling in what seems to be... it seems to be like a human and a half-orc rolling in some more barrels and crates of stuff. Of what looks to be, from what you can tell, it's spears and stuff. And they roll them into the back room. And place them down. Yeah, well, there's still quite a few more. It's going to take us a bit longer to get them shipped over. Are you sure you want us to just store them in here? Is there going to be enough room? And one looks over. Don't worry, we have some other place that will be storing these secondhand, a warehouse. Thank you for getting this done. I appreciate it quite a bit. Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. The giants were a pain in the ass to deal with, but this is what it is.
What was the business of those giants? Were they undead?
Oh, no, they just ate a bunch of potions and stuff, and one of them was a fire giant. Just kind of what the giants around here do.
That one teleported on our ship.
Oh, that one. Yeah. No, remember there was a bunch of potions around the area. The wizard that was with us that helped us with the job of clearing them out. They actually, he said were like potions of blink or something. There were like 2 or 3 left, but there was like a whole case of them. So yeah, it seems the giant just downed a whole bunch of them and just started teleporting. It was a pain in the ass to deal with. He landed on top of me. He broke my leg.
I'll look at his leg. Is it fucked up looking?
His jeans are just completely fucking ripped. Actually, he has an open sleeve there, but it looks like it's been completely healed.
Fucking Hildar dies inside. He's like, the combat. I know he's not there, but he rolls over in his grave.
Combat. But yeah.
Oh, Hildar's here. What do you mean?
Yeah, Hilda
Oh
is here.
god,
Hildar's-
yeah.
You
All right.
literally hear that?
Hold on, Nix. Yeah, you hear? My axe.
We're just
Where's my
standing there, and
axe?
all of a sudden, Nyx just transforms into Hildar. Go for it.
Just like, I knew it was gonna be a good fight, but I didn't know it was gonna be that good. Potions, really? Boom, gone.
Yeda and the 2 others are just staring at Nyx.
You saw nothing.
She's just gonna like cover her mouth, like, excuse me.
The human out of the 2 group is just like, not the weirdest shit I've seen, honestly. And, all right, Yeda. Sorry. We'll bring more of the shipments down. Might take another week or 2, but we'll get it done for you. Don't worry. Appreciate it. Thank you. And it looks back at you all. All right. Apologies for the intrusion. They've been assisting us recovering the goods from the area you scouted.
They seemed quite lovely.
No,
Honestly, better than most of the people we've met in this city.
they're a joy to work with. We actually had to pick them out from Appleburn, outside of the city. That might be why.
Pass them my name. I might have work for them in the future.
Of course. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions for me or anything else? At this point, I believe our business is concluded. I have 1 or 2 things to talk to Zeph about, but that's it.
No, I mean, I'm pretty much done here. Nix, do you have any information?
No, I think we're good. We have what we want.
Amathera, anything?
No.
And by
it
the way,
looks like
Amathera,
we're done.
it is the 27th. The 34th is the full moon. Just so you know.
Oh, so we're getting real close.
Yeah, you have 7 days.
Oh, quick question for Juan. We originally were going to stay here for a few days and utilize some cages that you might have had. Is there a way we can get one of those on our ship instead? It looks like we're taking off tomorrow.
Looks at you and kind of says, I'll be honest. If you're leaving so early, it wouldn't be ready. We're having it made up in a town. Well, I just mentioned it, Appleburn. You can
How
pick
far
it up
is
there.
Appleburn?
It is only a few days. If you're taking it by airship, 2, 3, 4 days at max.
That's cutting it close, isn't it, Amathera?
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Do you have any more potions?
I think I have one more. Now that I think about it. Yeah,
Do you
I think I'm
have
down
the
to like one or two.
material to create more
No.
if we need to?
I have 2.
Your cage should be complete. If you leave now, honestly,
We just need to pick it up.
you just need to pick it up. It's being
Alright.
produced by an alchemist that we hired. She has a interesting way to form metal, to say it lightly. Her name is Tina.
Tina. Alright, well, I feel like we have a trip to make, so... Instead of going back to the inn, I think it's time to go to the ship. What do you
Can we
guys
just
think?
leave now?
Yeah, I think it's time to just go.
If you could step outside, we just have to do a quick business with Zeph, and then we should be fine.
Oh, we're gonna be gone. Zeph, meet us by your ship.
Yep.
All right. So you all run out and get a move on. Meanwhile, he looks at Juan looks over to you. All right. Well, you have an interesting bunch that you're traveling with.
Yeah, that is. Did you see the little guy come out of the bigger guy?
I did.
That is a party trick. I love it.
I will have to ask you about that next time you get here. Looks like they're in a much needed hurry. But yeah, come with me. Yeti wishes to talk to you real quick. He opens up the wardrobe. Proceeds to walk into you with it as you get into this nice carpeted, it looks like a tent. You begin to hear the deep rumbling of the mimic. Seth. Good to see you. Unfortunately, it seems as though you're going to be leaving. I wish you could stay longer.
I can always come back around.
I hope you do.
Usually the plan.
But, obviously, things keep me here, things keep you away. It was good to see you, friend. The goods have been supplied. There will be a drop at Appleburn, and then the last drop will be at Strato. Obviously, the goods should be kept away from prying eyes. But there's also the matter of the second business that we had. And you see a table, one of the mimics that's in his... It proceeds to walk over the cabinet and has what looks to be like
Oh,
a
he was
jewelry
holding
box
out on me.
top.
I love a mix.
It proceeds to walk over and kind of like has its tongue and grabs this box and puts it into your hands. Here, Zeph, there comes a time
That's awesome.
when
Go on.
one's children must go out and see the world.
No
and find
way.
something of their own. Please drop off some of my children on the way as you travel. If you find a good location, nice, warm, or cold, feel free to just leave them there. And you open it up, and you see a fork. You see like a little writing utensil, a quill. You see
That's
a whole
amazing.
bunch of just random objects. And as you do, you see the little tiny eyes like poke out of some of them and just stare at you. And then they close again. Feel free to
That's
take
amazing.
one as while I would prefer most of them to be spread out. If
Oh,
you're
no.
unable
Trust
to
me.
do it.
Wait,
Request understood.
Is she a greater mimic?
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is she a greater mimic? Because if she is, I love her.
He's happy now.
You know how much I love mimics.
I know how much you love mimics. Yeah. Yeah. I have to call him. Okay. So, that being said, at this point, let me double check something real quick. How are we all doing on time, by the way?
You got me for like 30 more minutes.
30 more?
And
okay.
back.
Okay, excellent. Glad you're back. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Wife called.
So, Gata proceeds to look at you. And, of course, if any have a liking for you, I request that you only keep one aboard your ship for the long term.
Only?
children need
Ah,
Mm.
okay. That's fair.
They are adorable, but
I'm gonna give him a coochie coo. To a little. Oh, look at y'all! As I go ahead and give him a little rub.
And your
It's
finger
random.
gets stuck.
which random instrument do you give a coochie coo to?
What's in
You
there
make that
again?
one.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
talk. There in total,
actually-
I'll just say there is 10 in total. There's a
The
fork,
gyroscope.
There's a gyroscope.
The little toy gyroscope. Or you know what? Hold on. No, they're little itty bitty babies. It's a little spin top.
Oh,
Little
spin
baby
top,
spin top.
great. Yeah,
Yep.
you see the spin top, it kind of like folds a little bit, and like and you pull it up, and it's attached to you a little bit. It's like sucking on your finger a little bit, and then it just falls off into the ground and like spins a little
I
bit.
think he likes me.
That's not, yeah. Not right. And he just says, very well may, but good travels. Keep my children safe and spread them far. I hope to see you again in the future, Zeph.
Yeah. It is never a bore. I can tell you that much.
Goodbye, friend. And you feel
Till
the
next
hand
time.
kind of shake a little bit, purring ever so slightly as you proceed to walk out with your Juan. Juan gives you a bit of a handshake. Always good to do business with you, Zeph. Be safe with I'm sure you have some crazy days ahead of you with this group.
Oh, yeah, no, 7 days in particular is gonna be a fun one. But yeah. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
7 days later.
And before you go,
Who knew?
and he hands you a bottle of alcohol.
Hey, thank you.
Also, just so you know, it's not good. It's the usual stuff I serve. It's cheap as hell, but when you drink of it, I hope you think of us. And with that, yeah, you guys are all heading back to the ship. Zeph
Who-
easily catches up with you.
Who knew Zeph was the reason there is a mimic oasis in my campaign? In the desert, there is a huge ass oasis, and it's a giant mimic.
That's amazing.
That's your fault now, Zeph, canonically.
I'm okay with it.
All right. So, Zeph, you make it back up to the group. Look back. You see the E and the ET bar blink a little bit at you. And you proceed to board onto the ship with everyone else. As you eventually make your way back to the dock, is there anything y'all would like to do? Before any one last thing you would like to do before y'all leave the city?
We went shopping already, right?
So,
I'm pretty sure we shopped at stores, right?
you did check out a couple of places. Yeah.
Did we?
You checked out. There's not too many shops. It's more gambling and stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember us actually shopping. I do. Yeah, I do remember the gambling.
Well, are we able to exchange our chips for currency again?
Yeah. Do you want to run over to the Vorska Tower and exchange that real quick?
Yeah, I figured while we're waiting on Zeph, something quick to do that. Just
Yeah,
so
certainly.
I'm not sitting on 41 white chips.
Yeah,
Hey-o.
totally fine. Go ahead and translate this stuff to this stuff. Boop.
Okay, so white is copper. Oh Jesus, you're gonna make me do math.
You asked.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, the
Enjoy.
front pendant. To whomever comes up. Oh, you meant to make an exchange. I see. Well, it was nice having you in the Scarlet City. I hope you all
I
have a safe travels and be more than
Honestly,
welcome.
cannot
Mhm.
say the same.
Oh,
I hated it. Every moment here.
that's great. Well, at least you're getting out.
Escape.
She smiles at you, slightly worrying. That's all she says as she doesn't say another word to you.
What's blue chips?
Blue chips? The blue chips might be. Oh, it's 5 silver pieces. It was
5 silver. So white chip is pretty much worthless, right?
2 white chips is a silver.
Times 41 is 205 divided by.
Since we are limited
10.
on time, let's want to just do that afterwards, and we'll keep.
Oh, I'm
allocating
just doing it while we're continuing.
All right. Eventually, y'all get onto the blimp. You head back up to the Ivory Docks. You can see a number of Borzikith's clerics are actually loading and just finishing up loading some more supplies onto your ship. And with that, they kind of give you a nod as they finish up. And all of you board the ship, Henry included. You did not forget him. Do not worry.
Damn it.
Henry still exists.
Henry's running back. Wait for me! Jumping onto the ship as it's flying away.
7 yellow.
But yeah, no, you are now all on the ship. Zeph, you are the captain. You all can RP here if you'd like, but this will be the last RP session in Kith before we head out.
Yeah. So
Okay, everything converted.
nice. So yeah, what's y'all's plans? What are we doing?
Okay, so next order of business is we need to go pick up a cage, and that's, I think, non-negotiable at this point.
Okay.
So we need to
We have
we have that destination I pointed at the map. It started with an A.
Appleburn.
Appleburn. We need to go
Applebee's.
to Applebee's, and we gotta go talk to a lady named Tina.
Perfect. I have business there as well. Awesome.
Lady, maybe male, I don't know.
What are we doing after?
After that, we need to have a conversation.
Okay.
But I think the pressing matter at the moment is Amether's
Situation.
situation.
Okay.
By the way, as soon
okay.
as we got to like on the room, I'm assuming Henry followed her, but yeah, she went to her room.
Mm-hmm. Henry follows you. Would you like to talk to Henry?
We can wait till after their conversation.
Okay.
But yeah, after there, then we have some leeway in what we're going to do next.
Cool.
Do you have any
Mhm.
plans?
Yeah, what's your
I'm glad
plans?
you asked. So, y'all seem like a really fun and capable bunch. That nice fellow Bazorthopus, just let me know. Excuse you, not you. Just let me know that to turn the tide for my people and prevent the end of the world. I don't know, crazy. That seems to be going around for some reason. Yeah, we have an opportunity on the 34th to go ahead and steal something from the red chain. How's that sound?
The 34th is a very interesting day that you decided to choose.
So it's not me. Him and his infinite wisdom was able to foresee a golden opportunity that happened to align on that day and or night. Not gonna lie, forgot some of the details. But he left the line open, so I'm totally gonna hit him up.
Entirely valid.
We should probably figure that out now rather than later, Zeph. Because I don't know if you remember why the 34th is so important.
So, hear me out. No one has to be left standing. When we get the thing. So, if Emma wants to run wild, not what I'm saying. Well, I'm just saying,
That's entirely
Yeah.
up to her, but beyond
It-
that,
there's an outlet available.
why are we attacking a...
Oh yeah, so it's a red chain ship. Red chains, the little
gnomes,
little
right?
bastards that they are. They love to imprison my people. I was formerly one of theirs. I was able to thankfully, or actually, sorry, blah blah blah. I was thankfully never one of theirs, but I did get to learn from someone who was, and I would have to assume that all the atrocities that at the surface level that people say that they do to my people are probably right. And all the technology that they've been boasting about is not technically 100% theirs. And there is apparently this big old whatchamacallit that actually fits within a suitcase. It's kind of heavy, but not that heavy. That is going to be a end of time machine. Who knows? Tilt the scales of power in the technological revolution into a unstoppable force that will no longer allow for anyone else to usurp them and could spell the end of civilization as we know it,
Did you
unless we
just
take
say
it from
time
them.
machine?
No. I
Maybe.
do not. But it might be. I don't know what it is. But I don't. Not that I did say it Floridian slipwise, but that I don't know at all.
Insight check?
Zev, go ahead and roll for. I don't know.
So here, I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm just gonna just roll. That is a natural 4, plus or minus whatever needs to happen.
Cool.
Um,
I rolled a 12 plus a 6 for insight, so 18.
Cool. You've peered into Zeph's mind before. You've looked at
Unfortunately.
it, you've looked at his face, you've read his body. Everything about this current encounter bleeds sensory overload and indecision with a goal that is not uh, uh, lined in a single straight line. There's too many options. And with that, you're like, oh, this guy's just fucking can't even keep his head on straight right now. But nothing that he says is a lie.
All right. Let's get to Appleburn and then let's have a conversation. Shall we?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
that's me.
gonna-
Sorry. And I'm gonna head to the front and start
I'm gonna
fucking.
stare at Nyx and telepathically, because I can now, say in your head, a time machine. Did I hear that right?
I believe so. But what does that do for us? Or how efficient?
Everything, actually. That might change a lot, actually. But we'll need to talk to Emethera about it.
Do we do that now or later?
Probably now. And I'll start walking over to Emethera's room.
Okay. Okay, so Amethera.
Yes.
Henry has followed you back. You have a few minutes to talk with him, if you would like.
Yeah, I imagine that he just starts talking to me as soon as we have like a moment in the room where he follows me into.
Miss Amethera, would you like to talk now?
I'll just look at him. Yeah, sure.
So,
What did he tell you?
He simply explained a way for me to be with my family. The details of which may involve you.
Yeah?
Quite frankly, it would be making sure that you succeed.
Yeah. She starts cracking her knuckles.
Josh, get closer to your mic a little bit.
Yeah, actually. And good thing, can we go to the Whisper channel real quick?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Stay there.
Time machine changes everything.
He totally just told us to stay here.
That's funny as fuck. We love you. You
Bro,
are.
I'm not gonna unless confronted further in story, I will not confirm nor deny if you're completely wrong or possibly right. Because I love the idea of where this could go.
Well, there's one part that Misery is already like, okay, well, if a god told you this, that's probably stupidly important. Especially when they mention end of the world.
Yeah, I don't know if they meant like financial world or if they meant, like what is the end of the world to a god.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, You mentioned time machine. Time machine would solve a lot of issues.
That's
Quite
funny.
literally, this whole campaign probably would not exist.
That's so funny.
We're
You're
back.
fucking.
Sorry, just needed to confirm a quick thing in the past.
Okay.
So, Henry is going to respond to you as you crack your knuckles. I looks at you and says, "Tell me. I need to know your thought on something. Say a hypothetical situation in which you've sworn an oath to someone in order to protect your family. And you're told that even though you made that oath, that your family might not be safe. And that if you can break that oath and make one with another person, maybe they will be saved. What would you do?"
For a Klondike bar.
Dude, thank you. I was thinking it.
I would break it.
Very well. Proceeds to walk over to you. He goes ahead and takes a knee. Miss Amateur, may I would like to recall, rescind my oath for Matthias. Instead, I wish to swear my loyalty and my honor in your name. Do not wish to protect you and keep you safe on the orders of Matthias and duty, but I wish to instead serve you and your will. Would you be willing to accept me as a whatever you wish, honestly? Servant, knight, blood bag.
She just look very confused about that.
I feel like it is up to you. What do you wish me to be?
Do you want to leave my stepdad and join me instead? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You know, I don't really have like a house or anything. Like my lineage is kind of, well,
We have a house.
You get quite a lot, actually.
I'm a princess of currently really nothing. You know, Matthias might kill you, right?
I know. I'm not making this choice lightly. I understand what I am doing. I also understand the consequences. But I was told something from a creature quite frankly outside of my understanding, that this would be the best method to get what I want. So I am doing it. And he proceeds to raise his head and he looks into the eyes. He looks very... Usually he's passive. Now you see determination. You see a bit of a flame in his eyes. A bit of hope. It's a little unsettling, to say the least. So he just stares at you, waiting for a response. You get to see, you see wrinkles, you see little small scars. You also see faint holes and pears glittered on his neck.
Has she, this is a random question. Did she ever watch her dad ever, like, quote unquote, knight somebody before? Like, or like welcome them in somehow?
Yeah.
She's gonna do the same thing to him that her father would do for someone like basically knight somebody. And she'll welcome him to House Greymore.
You think back into your past of your father in the hall of your house, seeing individuals that have come up to your family, seeking, how should I put it, after great deeds or wishing to aid.
Get close to your mic.
My gosh, my mic is just terrible. Apologies. Okay. Sorry, let me look up something real quick. Okay. You remember the time back when you were young? There was a enemy, we'll say city, small nation, that had risen up to fight against Signar, to take away and destroy essentially what was your country and your home. Many people rose up and fought. Many people died. Ultimately, you and your family were successful. There were a few individuals, those that were honestly just peasants, but had a good sword arm, that fought valiantly. One even saved your father's life during the battle. His name was Kimin, you remember. You remember the knighting ceremony that your father gave him. It was soft and it was subtle. It involved the man kneeling, your father coming up, taking his hand, putting it on his shoulder, putting it upon his chin, asking him to rise, him kissing the top of the head on the hair, and looking back and putting, how should I put it, looking them in the eyes and knighting them, and then giving them a big hug. It was not a normal knighting, if that makes sense. Your father was not one for big ceremonies and other things. Your father was a man that looked at individuals and did see a bit of camaraderie. He wanted to raise people up. You remember this, and this is why this ceremony happened, was to take someone that was putting themselves to be an underling, and then raising them up and welcoming them as kin, as part of the family, part of the pact.
I'll do the same thing to Henry. And after it's done, I'll be like, well, we don't have a grand feast because my dad used to, like, throw a feast whenever he'd knight people, but I don't really have that right now. So that's going to be like a TBD thing. Is that okay?
That is perfectly fine, Madam Amathera. Very strange knighting ceremony. I expected a blade, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, my dad didn't really know what to do. Just say, welcome to the pack. She kind of smiles.
It looks at you. I'm glad to be part of it. Now, what should I call you now, going forward?
Same as what you always have.
Amathera. I look forward to serving you. You
welcome.
have my blade. And with that, you hear a knock at your door as both of you turn. And you hear Misery on the other side.
Amithara, we need to talk.
I'm in.
Open the door.
And at this point, Zeph, would you be getting ready to take the ship off? Mainly, I have to ask,
Oh, yeah.
how much time do we have?
A minute.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm about to dip out
Okay.
in a second. Yeah.
So we'll have that conversation next time. That's where we'll start. Meanwhile, Zeph, take us out. Oh my god.
Let's go!
You proceed to start up the ship, play some tunes.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything you do as you get ready to take the ship and leave?
Oh no! I go to one of the doors, go yell down for my guy to be like, "Hey, strap in! Any stragglers? If there is, you're gonna have some fun." And go up to the top and go ahead and just give her a whack and a whirl and get us on out of there.
How long does animate dead last?
And you're blasting out of there, I'm guessing, because speed is the deal. Because it's gonna. I'll put it this way: you need to travel every single day if you're going to get there on time for your thing.
Yeah, I was in the middle of like just mental calculations while everything else was going. So yeah, it is all go full steam ahead, and thinking 3 steps from now.
Okay, I'll put it this way: you realize with your calculations, you're also probably going to need to steal some fuel from the Red Chain once you get to them.
Gotcha. Okay. Like what our refill in Apple Town will only get us
Appleburn.
to them versus get us away from them. Okay. Sounds good.
And with that, you floor it, going way too fast out of the city. Let's move over here. Give you one last look at Kith as you fly out of the ivory docks. Some people yelling at you as you almost hit one of the balloons. You proceed to head north. Everyone on the ship, Ms.
Like how
suddenly you're
meteors form.
No way.
Yeah, right. You see the massive floating islands of Kith all moving off in the distance. The sun high above, but the Tower of Borzakith casting a horrid shadow all across the city. As you now leave it, maybe to return, maybe to not, you now have a new goal, a new destination, and a very... how should I put it? And knowledge of, well, at least Zeph does, of a very clear threat. And Amithara, a very interesting possible future. But yeah, that's where we'll end the session.
Yay.
Yay!
We
played!
See you guys next year.
Yeah!
I'm kind of proud of the title I had for this one. This ended up working quite well, actually.
Brian, get to work. I'm cool chilling for like another 15 in chat though.
I mean, I can chill.
Let me go close out the stream real quick. I'll do a quick little closeout for everybody because I'm also going to be doing card openings here in like an hour or so.
Ooh.
Nice. What are you opening?
Magic the Gathering, baby.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's see. Very excited for the next game. Hopefully we can play sooner than later, of course. I'm going to be gone a couple days this week, though. So I get back the 23rd, but then I'm going to be leaving the 2nd. Yeah, I'll be leaving the 2nd to go back to California. But after that, in July, I don't really have many plans in July.
The only thing I have is on the 1st of July.
I'm pretty much busy until the 7th, but after the 7th, I'm good to go. And everyone's schedules do what's everyone like feeling like schedule wise? Because I can kind of just make things happen right now. One of my big things on Wednesdays is ending pretty soon, so I'll be available those days again.
My schedule is going to be more or less the same for the next 6 months here, unless like family decides we want to do things. So
Mine is utter chaos.
Okay.
Chaos.
Mike, how often do you get off early?
Just this week because those other guys are out of work. They're on vacation.
Gotcha.
And even then, I was supposed to get off at 4 Central. Didn't leave till like 5.
Gotcha.
Because that's just my poor planning.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So Brian, do you always work evenings then?
No, Brian usually does not.
Okay.
What's up?
Do you usually work evenings?
Currently no, but like I said, my schedule is utter chaos.
Okay.
So some nights I work late. Most of the time I work like 5 to 2.
So we play it by ear. As I will, if I am available, I just assume. I'll put it this way: I will pretty much be just saying I'm available every day next month, in July.
It doesn't matter.
After the 6th. After the 6th.
You don't have to give her.
So hopefully that will get us a few more games in. Maybe even 2. That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
I am generally free
Dude, you need a car to leave.
at the moment, at least, until Social Security is updated, and then my driver's license is updated. Then I can look for jobs.
You can tell her no.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if I'm gonna get a job or not in the next month or so, but we'll play it by ear.
Fair enough. So from what's looking like, no chance of games until the 8th. We'll put it that way. And then after the 8th, honestly, I just assume I'm available from the 8th to the 31st.
So every day.
Every day. I will make time. If something's going on, I'll say I can't do it. But yeah, I want to prioritize getting some D&D games in for everyone. So cool. Aside from that, glad everyone was able to hope it was a fun game. Hope you all had a good time Kiss. All that experience.
It was enjoyable. Had fun with it.
Yeah. Now we get to head north. Head northbound.
Yeah, breakneck speed.
Breakneck speed. We're gonna be killing it. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna break your neck.
As far as we are going, because they did resupply you, you have like a full tank of airship fuel, which is great.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, but once again, if you want to be making it, like, I'll put it this way. They said 2 to 4 days to get to Appleburn. If you go the rate that you're going and hitting it, you could get there in a day and a half.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna do some altitude fun shit.
Yeah,
we can get it creative with it.
Exactly. If you want, just to make it easy, we could literally say y'all will get to Appleburn and you can get to the location that you need to get maybe a day beforehand. That way there is one day that there could be problems or something.
Yeah. Zev would... We can do some rolls and we can see how creative he was before this adventure, and if he's able to finish a prototype. It sounds like fun.
I'm totally down for that. That'd be exciting. Alright, so we got prototype. We got
like just think Blackhawk. You can't just use a normal breathing system in a Blackhawk.
A normal what?
Normal breathing apparatus. You can't just turn the AC on up there. You have to be fucking strapped up like an astronaut.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah, it's because of the G-force
No shit. Oh,
in the atmosphere.
Oh, y'all are gonna have a very, very fun trip.
I don't need to breathe.
Well, that's good. But I mean, you are gonna feel G's.
I also have permanent spider climb.
That's
That's
awesome.
great. That's fun. As you're getting smashed into the wall up. Anyways. But yeah, you're going to be booking it. Cool. And then we can work on a prototype for you later. Anyone else? Goals, ambitions, things like that?
Faster?
Faster?
No, sorry.
Bastard?
You heard him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did he stutter?
Nyx wants a bastard. Okay. Very well. Very well. Figure out how to implement that into the story.
I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Behold, look! My mini Cryptstone.
God damn it.
I do
Caught
have
me
one.
inhaling.
It is my child.
Maybe I can use golem technology. Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
If hold on. We might need 2 more cryptstones.
Alright. I was...
Because we might need to use this one for Hildar.
Maybe.
Ungo Bungo?
Nancy, what is Amathera looking forward to? Unless you want to keep it a secret.
She's not here, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Alright. Then... Brian, what is Nyx looking forward to?
What was that?
What should I be considering for Nyx?
Should I message you?
You can message me. Yeah, totally.
Because you already know what she's looking forward to. We got a cryptstone in our possession.
That's true.
And more cryptstones. So, Nyx is just all about the stones.
Totally fair.
She's a very
Is that
material
what-
girl.
Is that what Nick's wanted to do?
Yes. Did you not understand that? Were you not
the
there?
The mass that was like, no, I was only there for like you sent something beneath the city kind of deal.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to steal the big cryptstone.
There's a giant cryptstone down there.
I want to steal the big one. Yeah, yeah.
That's what Zeph said. Well, you know, he did not say that.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
That's awesome.
there's a huge ass cryptstone there.
That's dope.
hmm
Ugh.
yeah. Nyx is all about that 5-finger discount.
Rogues.
Well, we'll see.
Alright, I'm gonna go close down stream. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Alright.
I thought you already did that.
Nope. Alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you for stopping by today. It was awesome getting to chill with everybody. I will be back here in about an hour or so with Cloudy and Rika, and we're going to be doing some card opening for Magic the Gathering. So we're not quite done yet for the day. Please look forward to that. We'll be back in a little bit. I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.